Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Options Trader Today. So today in this video I'll explain you how the price of gold has moved in the last month and how the price of gold can move in the next month. As you can see that the price of gold forming a pattern that is from 2012 to 2020 and the next pattern is forming at around 2020 to 2022. Okay, and these U patterns were formed, which shows that there is a same pattern forming, but it is in the 8 years of pattern and this is from the 2 years of pattern. Okay, and what we have seen a swing at form at this particular pattern for the first time, okay, for the first pattern, and we have not seen the swing formed for this particular for the second one. So suppose if this would have sustained, we could have seen that it can go further upside and could have formed the same pattern which has formed in 2012 to 2020. Okay, but suppose, and now what we can see, it is continuously coming down. Before we move forward and explain you how it can go further high, if you have any doubt, mail me at stockmarkettradinglive@gmail.com and one more mail ID in the description. Please watch the full video so you understand how this technical work in gold and other commodities. Even a telegram link is given in the description. You can join that too. Now if you look at this particular chart, what we have seen, there is a continuous downfall we have seen in this particular month. Okay, after making a high of around 2070, we have seen the price of gold is continuously moving down. Okay, and I have already explained you that 1681 is a support which is already a weak support. So if the price comes close to this level, then we can see a sharp fall. Okay, and today also if you have seen, we have seen there is a sharp fall happened. Okay, there some might be the reason that because of the inflation, Fed rate again increased, okay, by 0.75%. so probability was very high that people were shifting towards and the spending. They try to reducing the spend, the government is try to reduce the expenses so that the inflation can come under control. Okay, but suppose if this particular level didn't sustain, a probability of touching 1630 is there, and if that also didn't sustain, a probability of touching 1670 is there. Okay, once the price fall below this particular level, then only we can see it can go towards a level of $1581. Okay, so you have to understand that once the fit goes below a level of 1581, then we can see a trend for gold will turn again to further decline and it can come in this particular zone. Okay, as of now what we have seen, it was moving in this particular zone for quite some time. Okay, and once if it zone break downside, we have seen a sharp fall has come. Okay, and I've already explained in my previous video also that there is a higher probability that if it falls below a level of 1681, which is already done once, made a low of around 1655. Okay, and now again it has break this level and made a low of around 1644. Okay, and if this level all didn't sustain a level of 1581, then we can see it can come down again to a level of 1559, and from there we can see it can come to a level of $1527. Okay, and if this level also didn't sustain, then we can see it can come to a level of $1491, and from there we can see it can move further low. So you have to understand that if this range breaks downside, then it can come in this particular zone. Okay, so the price of silver can come in this particular zone, and then if it breaks this particular zone also, then there is a probability that we can see it can move further down. Okay, any doubt regarding this, you can mail me. I have given the mail ID in the description. Suppose if this particular level sustain, what we can see, suppose if this particular level sustain, then it will form a swing at this particular level, and from there we can see it is try to move and hit the resistance for quite some time, and then because all these again it will come in this particular zone. Okay, and a zone support now acting as a resistance of 1681. If this goes above a level of 1681, then it can come in this particular zone. So probability is high that we can see it can come in the zone again and trade in this particular. So suppose if this level sustain, then we can see a level of $1672. Okay, and if that level goes further high, then we can see a level of $1694, but it has to sustain above a level of 1681. Okay, and if it goes above that level, then we can see it can go further high towards a level of $1701, and from there we can see it can touch a level of $1727. Okay, but before that we can see as a resistance forming at around 1730. Okay, and then only we can see it can go further high and can touch a level of around $1737. Okay, now again I repeat, if the price goes above a level of 1701, then we can see a level of 1727 to a level of 1730, and if that level goes further high, then only we can see it can go further upside and can touch a level of $1747. Okay, so you have to be ready with your stop loss and up proper risks for a particular trade, so that if it should not wipe out your capital, that is you have to be very careful. And if you are investing for a longer view, that's a different thing. For 5, 10 and 20 years you can invest and keep. That is okay. Now if you are trading, you have to be very careful. Okay, now suppose if this particular level sustain and goes above a level of 1759, then we can see it can go further upside. Then there is higher probability that it can go further high and can touch a level of 1777, and from there we can see it can touch a level of 1789. Okay, and once if it goes above this level, then there is a probability that we can see it can go towards further high, and then only we can see it can make a new zone. And if it goes above a level of 1834, then only we can see an uptrend for gold will start. Otherwise we will see in this, it will continue in this particular zone. Again I repeat, if the price form a swing at this particular level, we can see it can touch a level of $1672, and if that level goes further high, then we can see it can go further upside towards a level of 1685, and from there we can see it can make further upside towards a level of $1698. Okay, and if it goes above that level, then we can see it can go further upside towards a level of 17, and from there we can see it can touch a level of $1733.5. Okay, and if that level goes further high, then we can see it can go further upside and can touch a level of around $1747, and from there we can see it can go further upside. Okay, so you have to be you have to understand that you have to be very careful when you trade, because there is a higher probability that most of the people lose money in trading. So you have to define your stop loss as well as the risk for a particular trade, so that you should not wipe out your capital. Okay, what I teach in my workshop, if you want to attend the workshop, I teach how to trade, when to trade, and psychology, all these things, strategies. If you want to attend the workshop, mail me regarding that and we can work out on the timing. Okay, so only if the gold price moves above a level of 1834, then only we can see it can go further upside. Otherwise, as of now, we can see if it goes above a level of 1681 upside, then only we can see a trend towards upside will start. Otherwise, it can continue downside. So you have to be careful when you trade. So hope you like the video, and if you like the video, please give a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe it. Thank you.